We know narcissists can't be truly happy, but if there was a person who can reasonably satisfy the narcissist, what would it take? What would that look like? Whoever it is has to be willing to sacrifice their individuality and live a life of servitude, loneliness, and abuse with no hope of change or happiness. Aside from the physical attributes, I will be focusing more on the personality or traits that a narcissist would want. The type of person the narcissist is looking for is someone who is codependent, empathetic, and loyal. Those are the three most important things that I think any narcissist would love to have in a mate. Let's first look at the codependent aspect. This is when someone cannot function on their own and whose thinking and behavior is instead organized around another person, process, or substance. In this case, it would be their lives revolve around the narcissist. They place a low priority on their own needs while being excessively preoccupied with the needs of others. Codependents are people pleasers, so they will be looking to keep the narcissist happy in whatever their demands are. They will also put the narcissist's needs ahead of their own. They basically hand their power to the narcissist. And the narcissist, of course, indulges in the knowledge that this person seeks their validation and think that they are nothing without them. Codependents tend to be enablers, which works in the narcissist's favor, as they want someone who will not challenge their actions or behaviors, but enable them. They want someone who they can easily control, manipulate, and abuse. The narcissist wants someone who will just listen and agree to what they say. They also want someone who will entertain their gossip and slander of other people. All this and more is what a codependent will allow, which is what a narcissist wants. The next trait is empathy. The narcissist needs someone who cares about them. The narcissist needs someone who will show them love, kindness, and affection. They want someone whose emotions they can manipulate. Narcissists do like a bit of a challenge if they know they are going to win, of course. And playing with people's emotions is one of their favorite pastimes. So having someone whose feelings they can play with and create arguments with is very amusing for them. The narcissist loves dragging people through that maze of unfair discourse where they gaslight, lie, and project to make the other person second guess themselves. The narcissist likes when there is a bit of friction and drama, as they enjoy breaking up and making up. They love the instability and chaotic environment that feeds their dark appetite. So someone who is empathetic and unaware of the emotional abuse and mental games that they play is a perfect catch for the narcissist. The final much needed trait is that the person has to be loyal. This is a loyalty not to themselves but to the narcissist. The narcissist wants someone who will stroke their ego and feed them words of affirmation to solidify their superiority and grandeur. With their loyalty, the narcissist knows that whatever they do or say to this person, that person will not leave them or betray them. They want someone who will help them to continue to push their false image and deceive the masses. They want someone who will be a flying monkey for them and side with them in their evilness. They want a partner in crime who will defend them and stand by them no matter what. They want someone who is willing to sacrifice their individuality and morals to please them. The narcissists want loyalty to the point where they can discard this person as many times as they like and still return whenever they want to. The narcissist wants them to be loyal to the death. in spite of any cruel treatment and pain that the narcissist puts them through. But to conclude, we realize that the type of person that a narcissist needs to be somewhat happy is someone who has to lose themselves, their individuality, their needs and wants. Narcissists basically want a punching bag or a doormat, someone who is willing to sell their soul and be whatever the narcissist wants them to be. What narcissists require in an ideal mate is ludicrous. No one should subject themselves to such insanity.